敵は男に気づかせずに未来まで奪われてく女は怖いものよいつの間にか
We're heading into the ALA Swapmeet on Friday. You can check this out. This is my first time here. I got some money to spend and we're gonna see what I can get.
Okay, and here we are entering the seller hall for the ALA Swapmeet. This is from Friday. I wasn't able to make it on Thursday. This was my first day of the con. Did not come on Thursday. Yeah, but here we are. This first booth was really packed. They had a lot of really interesting stuff, and I understand why they're packed. Took me a little while to get in here because they were very packed. But they had a lot of really interesting stuff here, and I really like what they do have. I like their selection. I can't really get around to see everything at the moment, so I'm going to come back. You got to make your money last. And speaking of money, today my budget is $20. Okay, I'm trying not to go over that. I'm really bad at budgeting for cons. I always overspend. I overspent at ALA in total already, but I want to make sure I don't spend more than that at this one because I will, if I don't put myself to a challenge, I'll overspend. But anywho, they had a lot of really cool stuff here. This Maylene figure was really, really cool. I wasn't sure if it was a model kit or garage kit or an actual figure. And then there was some Neon Genesis figures there too that were pretty cool. I kind of should have got that maybe. It was actually a pretty good bargain. But let's continue onward. Before we buy anything, we need to check out the rest of the sellers here because you never know what you're going to come across. So just going down line by line is how we're going to do it. I might skip a few and then come back later, and it depends on how the crowd flows. But there's a lot of interesting stuff all around. There was a lot more figures and manga than I was expecting. I was actually really expecting it to be mostly cosplay goods because a lot of the people I see talking about the swap meet in general tend to be cosplayers. And so I was really shocked to see as much as I did. But there was a lot of everything for everyone. So if you like VTubers, if you like, manga or, cards or cosplay or dojins or, whatever you wanted, they had it. There was even a booth in the corner selling Funkos. And honestly, I was surprised with how little Funkos I saw. There wasn't as many Funko resellers. And I've been to a bunch of swap meets because I love going out to film events, and usually swap meets are just filled with Funkos. And so I was actually shocked with how little Funkos there were here, which is a good thing. Funkos are fun because they're cheap, but you shouldn't collect them in mass, guys. You should get some quality figures. But there is just so many people here overall. A lot of people crowding around a lot of specific booths here. And I wasn't able to see all of the booths because, a lot of them are just really packed. This booth here, they were doing custom 3D printed display cases. And I signed up, I gave them my email. They never reached out to me, and I'm a little bummed out about it. But what can you do? But yeah, as you just saw, there was My Little Pony, and there's just so much random stuff here. These crowds are pretty tight, and it's a little smelly in here, I'm not gonna lie. It was getting a little hard to breathe. Stepping just outside of the hallway, you could go to the gamer zone and just take a break. Here is some ancient yaoi. This whole section was yaoi. It was very popular. All night long, there was just a whole crowd of people just swarming around the yaoi section. It was unbelievable. I think that was the most popular stall by far. But yeah, there was just so many good finds here in the swap meet. A lot of plushies too. A lot of people selling their plushies. Makes me sad to see people selling their plushies. None of these plushies are really my type of plushies, but there were a lot of cool plushies. And then this is the final booth of the line. I'm going to go back through and check out some other booths, but this was the final one. They just had some tiny figures, not really my jam. But going back to some of the vendors I wasn't able to check out because of the crowds. There was a lot of people selling cosplay, and this booth here was selling Funkos, and they were getting a pretty big crowd. I'm actually shocked by that. They had some bigger end items here on the front that I wasn't able to see, but you know, no one's really interested in Funkos these days. I think Funko values are really going down. I know I've done a few videos on like Funko prices being really high, but I think Funkos just, the price doesn't hold. Like they really went up during COVID because it was like the only thing being made here in the States. You couldn't import, and getting signatures on them was hard. But now that signatures are getting easier to get and Funkos are kind of everywhere, the prices have really dropped. But let's continue to look at a few more of the booths here. There is a lot of stuff here. A lot of it's like Sword Art or Demon Slayer or, you know, Love Live. Just all sorts of typical anime stuff. Love the mime outfit. But this vendor here, I really like his stuff. He's got a lot of really good doshins. I don't know if he should have been in the swap meet, since he is more of a business. At a typical convention, he is a vendor. Like, I've seen him at AniFest. I've seen him at so many different conventions where he's just in the vendor hall. And so it's a little weird that he's in the swap meet since he is a business. I get that like no one else is really selling like dojins and masks like him, and that really makes this swap meet feel like a swap meet. Well, more anime in that sense. But it's, I don't know. ALA is like one of the only cons that does a swap meet too, here, at least here in California. And it's really cool because it's a really unique experience. I want to say I wish there was more of this at conventions in general. But we're getting close to the end of the video here. And I need to buy stuff. So we're going to go back to that first booth I saw, and I'm going to start getting stuff. So let's check that out.
How much is the charge right at the front?
20.
I mean, it depends on the player. Because sometimes it almost phased it out.
Thank you.
Maybe some of these players just don't play that.
It's the Meridian collection, oddly enough.
Is this a figure or a garage kit?
It's a figure.
A figure?
On the back of it, that's even the way it is.
Okay.
I like the music. I love the. Wait, never mind. I think it was the old one. Never mind. It's cute though.
Although I think there's a DCDs as well. Oh my god. Okay. No, you ever seen these? These are called CD singles. If you have an adapter, you put the adapter on, you can pop it into your player. How much are the CD singles? How much? $1. How much are the CDs?
They vary.
The Attention Video?
If you buy both of them, I'll just go down to 8. Because I was going to sell 5 a piece, but if you buy both, I'll go down for 8 for the set.
Okay. And then, how much are the little, Transformers?
That's the signers there.
That's that, okay.
They're 4 a piece. But if you want Soundwave piece, you have to buy the set. Because Soundwave has disappeared in the past. And that's why I had to make the new rule. Because people were just buying Soundwave. I'm like, yeah.
No, I'm just going to get the
Pretty cool.
Optimus.
And they transform as you see, like you see the set right there. So that would be $4 for one. Because he's a bad mother trucker.
So 8 and then 4, so that's 12.
12.
Let me get this DVD too, and I'll just call it 20.
Yeah, take it. Awesome. This is a business man. It does work, and I watched it.
You guys have a card or anything, like an Instagram maybe?
Sadly, we don't. But if it was her card, it'd be her business.
Gotcha.
Because I would help out. But some of my stuff is there. Like you said, you bought some of it. It's good.
So let's do a little recap of what I was able to get here. I was able to get these 2 CDs, this Optimus Prime plushie and this Dragon Half DVD. The Tenchi Muyo CDs were $4 each, which is a bargain. They were $1 off each. And then I was able to get the Optimus Prime for $4 and, of course, the DVD for $8. and that brings my total to $20. And I was able to stay within my budget, guys. That made me so happy. The Optimus Prime plushie actually inverts into being like a little truck, which is super cute. And I don't know, maybe I should have got more of them. I mean, it would have been a bargain to get all 5, right? But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. If this video does well, you know, maybe next year I'll go to both days of the swap meet and see if there's different vendors, because you need a different ticket for each day. So that's going to be it for today's video. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.